There are moments in life when something extraordinary happens, yet we barely notice it. Maybe it was a random act of kindness, a prayer whispered late at night, or a decision you made that felt small at the time. But what if that moment carried a deeper purpose? What if that one action shifted the destiny of someone you have never even met? Chosen one, there are times when God uses people as silent instruments of miracles. You may have been one of those instruments without even realizing it. Imagine a time when you encouraged someone, helped a stranger, or simply chose compassion instead of anger. These small choices can ripple through the universe in ways our minds cannot fully understand. Sometimes those ripples travel far enough to reach a soul that was meant to cross your path. And in that unseen moment, something powerful happened. You unknowingly protected the future of someone who will one day become deeply important in your life. Many spiritual teachers say that certain connections are written long before people meet. Your actions today might be shaping someone else's tomorrow. Perhaps the person you helped went on to inspire someone else, and that chain reaction eventually protected the life of the person destined for you. The universe works through mysterious pathways, weaving lives together in ways that feel almost magical. Now pause and think about this question. Have you ever helped someone in a way that later changed your own life? Maybe you comforted a friend, gave advice, or stood up for someone who had no voice. Those moments often feel ordinary at first, but years later we realize they carried divine timing. Before we continue, take a second to support this journey together. If this message resonates with you, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Mirror of the Soul. And in the comments, tell me this. Do you believe destiny can connect two people long before they meet? There are times when a single act of kindness can save someone from a very dark place. Perhaps someone you encouraged was struggling silently. Maybe your words arrived exactly when they were questioning their worth, their future, or even their will to continue living. You may have thought your message was simple, but to them it might have been a lifeline. Life often hides the impact of our actions. You may never know how your kindness traveled through someone's story. Imagine telling a stranger, "You're stronger than you think," and those words echoing in their mind during their hardest night. Words carry energy. Compassion carries healing. And sometimes that healing protects someone who is meant to share a profound connection with you. There are countless stories of people discovering years later that a random encounter changed everything. A teacher's encouragement led a struggling student to success. A stranger's advice prevented someone from making a terrible mistake. These stories remind us that every interaction has the potential to alter someone's path. Chosen one, what if one of your actions saved the person who will one day become your soulmate? Maybe your kindness helped someone stay on the right road. Maybe your courage inspired someone else to help them later. The truth is, divine timing often works through chains of influence. Some connections exist long before two people ever meet face to face. There is a mysterious pull that seems to guide certain souls toward each other. Spiritual traditions around the world describe these bonds as destined connections, relationships that carry a deeper purpose beyond coincidence. Think about how strange life can be. Two people can live in completely different cities, follow completely different paths, and still somehow cross each other's lives at exactly the right time. The odds may seem impossible, yet it happens again and again. It is as if something invisible is quietly guiding both people closer. When people finally meet their destined partner, they often describe a strange familiarity. They say things like, "It feels like I've known you forever." That feeling is not just romantic imagination. Many believe it comes from spiritual alignment, a recognition between two souls that were meant to meet. Chosen one, what if your life choices have been quietly preparing you for that meeting? Every lesson you learned, every heartbreak you survived, every moment you chose growth over bitterness may have been shaping you for that destined connection. There may have been a moment in the past when your future soulmate was standing at a crossroads in their life. Maybe they were facing a dangerous decision, a toxic relationship, or a moment of deep despair. In that fragile moment, something intervened. Perhaps it was a conversation, a message, or even a stranger's help. What if that intervention was connected to you? Sometimes the universe places people in the right place at the right time to protect someone else's destiny. You might have inspired someone who later became a guardian in another person's life. You may never see the entire chain of events, but every link matters. Think about the countless unseen moments that shape our future relationships. A missed train, a delayed meeting, a random conversation in a cafe. These tiny events can redirect entire life paths. When you step back and observe how unpredictable life can be, it becomes easier to believe that something bigger is at work. Chosen one, the story of your soulmate may already include you, even if you haven't met yet. Your kindness, your prayers, your actions might already be woven into their survival story. Life rarely shows us the full picture of how our actions influence others. We see the moment, but we don't see the ripple that travels far beyond it. When you chose kindness over cruelty, patience over anger, or compassion over indifference, you unknowingly set a chain reaction into motion. That reaction might have moved through dozens of people before finally reaching the person who was destined to walk into your life. Think about how many lives intersect every day. One small decision can affect hundreds of outcomes. Maybe you encouraged a friend who later supported someone else through a crisis. Perhaps that person helped another individual make a life-saving decision. And eventually, that ripple protected the future of the person who is meant to love you deeply. This is the beautiful mystery of divine timing. We often assume we must directly meet someone to impact their life. But sometimes your influence travels through invisible pathways. Your kindness can echo through people you have never even seen. Many people discover years later that a single encouraging conversation changed someone's entire direction. A teacher who believed in a struggling student, a stranger who offered hope to someone feeling lost, a friend who gave the right advice at the right time. These moments quietly reshape destinies. Have you ever wondered why your life pushed you toward growth even when it felt uncomfortable? Why certain lessons repeated themselves until you finally understood them? Many people think these struggles are random hardships, but sometimes they are preparation. Growth is rarely easy. It forces you to face your fears, your insecurities, and sometimes even your past wounds. But every lesson you mastered shaped the person you are becoming. Each experience refined your heart and strengthened your spirit. Imagine meeting your soulmate before learning those lessons. Perhaps you wouldn't have been emotionally ready. Maybe the relationship would have collapsed under the weight of unresolved pain. Sometimes God delays a connection not to deny it, but to prepare both souls for something stronger. Your journey of self-improvement might also have inspired others around you. When people see someone rising after failure or choosing faith over despair, it encourages them to do the same. That inspiration could have reached your future partner through unexpected paths. Prayer has a mysterious power that many people underestimate. When someone prays sincerely for others, those words carry intention, hope, and spiritual energy. You may have prayed for the world, for strangers, or simply for people who were suffering. But what if one of those prayers reached the person meant for you? There are moments when someone feels completely alone in their darkest hour, and suddenly, a sense of comfort appears. They feel an unexplained strength. Many people believe that unseen prayers often arrive exactly when they are needed most. You may not know who benefited from your prayers. Perhaps you asked God to protect those who feel lost. Perhaps you prayed for people struggling with heartbreak, addiction, or despair. Somewhere in the world, someone may have received that spiritual support. Chosen one, imagine discovering one day that your soulmate survived their hardest moment because someone somewhere prayed for them. And that someone was you. It would mean your connection existed long before your eyes ever met. Sometimes it feels like life is random, chaotic, and unpredictable. Yet when we look back at our past, patterns begin to appear. The places we visited, the people we met, the decisions we made, all of them slowly guided us toward where we are today. Your soulmate's journey has also been unfolding step by step. They experienced their own struggles, victories, and lessons. While you were learning your life's purpose, they were discovering theirs. Both paths were moving forward, sometimes closer, sometimes further apart, but always aligning. Think about how many near encounters might have happened already. Maybe you visited the same city years apart. Maybe you attended the same event on different days. Maybe you share mutual friends without realizing it. Life often brings people incredibly close before the final meeting happens. When the moment finally arrives, it often feels surreal. People describe it as if the universe suddenly clicked into place. Conversations flow naturally, the connection feels effortless, and both individuals sense that something deeper is unfolding. Have you ever experienced a moment where you suddenly felt that someone important was going to enter your life soon? It's a strange feeling that's hard to explain. There's no clear evidence, no obvious sign, yet deep inside your heart there's a quiet sense that something meaningful is approaching. Many people describe this feeling as an inner whisper from the soul. Sometimes it appears during moments of silence. Maybe you were walking alone, reflecting on life, and suddenly felt an unexpected sense of anticipation. It's as if your spirit recognizes that something beautiful is on the horizon. These feelings often arrive when our lives are shifting toward a new chapter. Psychologists and spiritual teachers often explain that intuition is our subconscious noticing patterns our conscious mind cannot fully understand yet. Your life experiences, emotional growth, and personal evolution may all be aligning toward a meeting that will change your future. Chosen one, that quiet feeling may not be random. It might be your spirit sensing the presence of someone whose journey is slowly intersecting with yours. Two lives moving through the world, unknowingly getting closer with every passing day. One of the most confusing experiences in life is when relationships end even though they seemed promising. You may have met people who appeared perfect at first, yet something deep inside told you the connection wasn't right. That inner resistance often feels frustrating, especially when you don't understand why it's happening. But sometimes rejection is protection. Many people later realize that the relationships that didn't work out were actually guiding them towards something better. If you had stayed in those situations, you might never have become the person you are today. Growth often comes from heartbreak, and clarity often comes from disappointment. When you are destined for a powerful connection, your heart sometimes refuses to accept anything less. You may walk away from relationships that others would settle for. You may feel a deeper desire for authenticity, emotional depth, and spiritual understanding. Chosen one, what if every relationship that ended was actually clearing space for the person meant to walk beside you? What if those endings were preparing you for a love that aligns with your soul? There is a fascinating idea discussed in many spiritual communities. When two souls are meant to meet, they often begin sensing each other long before the actual encounter happens. These feelings might appear as vivid dreams, unexpected thoughts, or a sudden curiosity about someone they haven't met yet. Your soulmate might be experiencing similar emotions right now. They might be wondering why they feel drawn toward the unknown. Perhaps they feel a strange optimism about the future, even though they cannot explain why. Some people report having dreams of someone they have never seen before, only to meet a person years later who feels incredibly familiar. Others notice recurring themes in their life, songs, places, or messages that seem to point toward an upcoming encounter. Whether these signs are spiritual, psychological, or symbolic, one thing is clear. When two people are emotionally and spiritually aligned, their lives often begin reflecting similar patterns before they meet. There comes a moment when preparation turns into manifestation. All the lessons, all the growth, all the hidden alignments finally reach their destination. This is the moment when two paths that have been moving separately finally cross. The meeting itself often feels surprisingly natural. It might happen through a casual introduction, a random encounter, or even a simple online conversation. Yet despite how ordinary the moment appears, the connection often feels extraordinary. People who meet someone deeply compatible often say something remarkable. It feels effortless. Conversations flow, trust forms naturally, and both individuals feel comfortable being their authentic selves. There is a sense of peace instead of confusion. Chosen one, if you have spent years growing, learning, and preparing your heart, the meeting could be closer than you think. Sometimes the final step arrives quietly, when you least expect it but when you are finally ready. Every challenge you faced, heartbreak, loss, loneliness, was not random. These struggles were shaping your heart, teaching you patience, empathy, and resilience. You may have wondered why life felt so heavy at times, but those experiences were preparing you for something extraordinary. True love is not just about passion. It is about emotional depth and spiritual alignment. Without the lessons of your past, you may have been unprepared to recognize a connection that carries meaning for your soul. Every disappointment, every tear, every moment of doubt has polished you like a gem, ready to shine when the right person enters your life. Consider this. People who rush into relationships without learning from their past often repeat the same patterns. But those who endure challenges consciously, reflecting and growing from them, are more likely to attract someone whose energy matches their soul's vibration. Chosen one, your struggles may have unknowingly aligned your spirit with your soulmate. The person destined for you is not just a reward. They are a reflection of the growth and wisdom you earned along the way. Energy is one of the most mysterious and powerful forces in the universe. Every thought, emotion, and intention emits vibrations that can travel far beyond your immediate awareness. Spiritual teachings say that people who share a deep soul connection often resonate at similar frequencies, drawing them toward each other naturally. Imagine two souls vibrating in perfect harmony, sensing one another without consciously knowing why. This energy is subtle. It may appear as a feeling of déjà vu, intuition, or an unexplainable pull toward certain experiences or places. These signals are often invisible but unmistakable once you notice them. Your kindness, prayers, and emotional growth over the years have created a specific energy within you. That energy may already be reaching your soulmate, subtly guiding them toward you. Every act of authenticity strengthens this bond, even before your eyes meet. Chosen one, this invisible connection is not just romantic, it's spiritual. It's a recognition of shared journeys, lessons, and purpose. When the moment arrives, the energy between you will be undeniable. Patience is often the most difficult part of spiritual and emotional growth. You may have waited years, sometimes feeling lonely or uncertain, wondering if your soulmate would ever appear. Yet this waiting is not meaningless. It is a sacred part of preparation. During this period, you are becoming the person capable of sustaining the love you are meant to experience. You are learning emotional balance, forgiveness, and self-respect. You are healing the parts of yourself that need care before welcoming someone into your heart fully. Many people meet their soulmate only after years of preparation, realizing that the timing had to be perfect. Meeting too early could result in misunderstandings or mismatched energies. The waiting ensures that when you meet as your highest self. Chosen one, trust that every moment of longing, every period of solitude, has been orchestrated by God to ensure your future connection flourishes. The universe is aligning all the pieces, even the ones you cannot yet see. Even before your eyes meet, there may be signs that your soulmate is getting closer. You might notice synchronicities, numbers repeating, songs that speak directly to your soul, dreams that feel vivid and meaningful. Perhaps people around you mention names, places, or ideas that keep pointing toward a new connection. Sometimes emotional signs appear. You may feel sudden peace after a long period of restlessness, or you might sense that something is about to change, even though life seems normal. These subtle signals often precede major life shifts, guiding you toward your destined meeting. Physical and intuitive signs can also manifest. A feeling of excitement without reason, an inexplicable warmth in your heart, or recurring thoughts about someone you haven't met yet can all indicate that your paths are nearing intersection. Chosen one, pay attention to these signals. They are the universe's way of whispering that the person who will profoundly impact your life is approaching. Trust your intuition, remain open, and keep your heart ready. There comes a moment when all the waiting, all the preparation, and all the unseen alignment reach a tipping point. Suddenly, doors you didn't even know existed begin to open. Life presents opportunities, encounters, and circumstances that feel perfectly timed. These moments are rarely random, they are divine orchestration. Your soulmate's arrival may begin subtly. Perhaps a new person enters your social circle, or you feel drawn toward a location or event you previously ignored. Maybe a simple conversation will spark a sense of familiarity that surprises you. Pay close attention to these small openings. They often signal the universe's gentle nudge. Spiritual guides say that when the time is right, everything aligns to make the meeting feel effortless. The struggle ends and synchronicity begins. The meeting itself may feel like destiny, because, in truth, it is. Chosen one, trust that these moments are purposeful. Every door opening, every coincidence, every chance encounter is a whisper from God telling you, your soulmate is near. When you finally meet your soulmate, the connection often transcends explanation. It is not just attraction, it is recognition. Two souls that have been preparing for each other finally meet, and the encounter feels natural, comforting, and profoundly familiar. Many people describe this feeling as coming home. Conversations flow without effort, laughter feels easy, and there is an unspoken understanding between hearts. It's as if your souls recognize each other, even if your conscious minds are still processing the reality of the moment. This connection often brings clarity. Where there was uncertainty, there is now understanding. Where there was longing, there is fulfillment. The meeting solidifies the unseen alignment that has been working behind the scenes for years. Chosen one, imagine the joy of finally meeting someone whose presence feels like it has always belonged in your life. That is the reward of patience, growth, and divine preparation. Even after the meeting, divine timing continues to play its part. There may be signs, subtle messages from the universe, guiding your relationship. Pay attention to moments of synchronicity, feelings of deep peace, and mutual understanding. These are confirmations that the connection is authentic. It is important to embrace the gift fully. Let go of fear, past pain, and doubts that could cloud your heart. True soul connections require openness, trust, and willingness to walk through life together while honoring each other's journey. Your actions now matter. Every choice, every word, every act of kindness toward your partner strengthens the bond. Remember that the same unseen forces that brought you together are still active, working to deepen and sustain the connection. Chosen one, recognize this moment as sacred. You are not just meeting a soulmate, you are participating in a divine story that you and your partner are co-creating together. Finally, remember that your role in this story extends beyond just meeting your soulmate. Every action you took, every moment of growth, every prayer you whispered contributed to this miracle. You have been a co-creator of destiny without even knowing it. Love is not only about receiving, it is about giving, protecting, and elevating another soul. By being present, compassionate, and conscious, you continue the ripple effect of your unseen influence, not only for your partner but for everyone whose lives you touch together. Cherish this connection, but also continue your own journey. Life will always offer challenges, lessons, and opportunities to grow. By embracing them, you honor the love you have attracted and ensure that your soulmate connection remains vibrant, powerful, and aligned with God's plan. Chosen one, your story is unfolding and the best is yet to come. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your spirit ready. Your actions, prayers, and energy have already brought divine love to your doorstep. If this message touched your heart, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to Mirror of the Soul, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me, which part of this story resonated most with you? Your story could inspire someone else who is waiting for their soulmate to arrive. Remember, chosen one, you are part of a divine love story that is bigger than you can imagine, and the universe is orchestrating every step to bring your soulmate to you.